Hey, 7-footers, time for our favorite segment of the day.
Hot topics.
Hot topics. We need like a little jingle.
I know.
And
Like Hot Pocket. Remember? Hot Pocket.
today, this episode 5, is really special because we're actually trying out a new game called Good Move or Bad Move, and it's incorporated with Hot Topics. It's so fun. It's like an ice cream sundae.
I like it.
Has all the toppings. So let's get started here. First of all, I thought this was really interesting. The Detroit Pistons plan to interview TNT analyst and former NBA champion Kenny Smith for the franchise's head coaching job, sources tell Yahoo. Good move or bad move if we were to do this?
Bad move. Look, interview Kenny. I like Kenny. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Kenny should probably stay on TV, though. Look, also, does he want to work for that organization? Do we even know what's going on in Detroit
What kind
right
of
now?
organization is it?
A dumpster fire. And what is a dumpster fire? Hot garbage, right? Because it is what's in a dumpster? Garbage. Fire. Hot garbage. That is a dumpster fire organization.
Ooh, boom.
I'm here all week. I listen, I get it. There's only 30 jobs. You may want to jump on whatever's available. I wouldn't want that one. And if I'm Kenny, this is your first head coaching job. Absolutely not. First of all, we don't even know if they would hire him.
No, but if it were, I said if.
If I stay away personally.
I agree.
Out.
Couldn't agree more. All right, well, let's move on here. Okay, former Toronto Raptors coach Dwayne Casey will be a primary target of the Pistons coaching search. League sources tell Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN. Good move, bad move if we were to do this one.
I mean, for Dwayne, it's probably a good move. And for the Pistons, it's probably a good move. Look, you got Andre Drummond there. You got Reggie Jackson. You
got Andre Drummond there.
You got Blake Griffin. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we forgot about him. No, I mean, look, you got some guys.
Are we making the playoffs?
Not with that squad. But, look, maybe they draft well and, and Dwayne can coach them up and... Look, Dwayne or not, they're still a dumpster fire of an organization, so
okay.
Out.
Let's move past the fire then, and let's talk about this one. What about the Magic being interested in Michigan head coach Tom Izzo?
Izzo, yeah, so Tom...
Izzo,
yeah, Michigan State. You got it, yes. Sparty, I don't think Izzo's ever going to leave college, and if he did, it would be an awkward time for him to leave, given all the scandal happening at Michigan State. Not a good time for him to abandon the program.
Exactly, I agree.
He's the face of that program, not a good time to leave. And honestly, I don't know that he wants to coach, speaking of dumpster fire, the Orlando Magic and that crew. What is Orlando doing? What?
Orlando isn't really doing anything.
What is their draft mission? They took Jonathan Isaacs last year. Okay. Traded out for Peyton. Okay.
It's a sad story.
Aaron Gore.
Thank God they have good weather.
I just don't know what they're doing. What's their end game?
I don't think they have a plan to have an end game.
And let's think about this before I don't want to go off on a tangent, but we talk about that, right? Ownership, GM, head coach. That triumvirate's got to be. You got to have a plan, and I don't know what the Orlando Magic plan is. We're out on that.
Thank God we're out on that. Let's talk about this one. Sixers head coach Brett Brown reached an agreement on a 3-year contract extension. Again, Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN. Yes.
Good move.
Yes.
The Sixers, Embiid and Simmons love Brett Brown. Brett Brown,
good guy.
Some tactical improvements need to be made.
For sure. Let's
and,
talk about how he wrote it out.
He was there doing all that losing, and they're rewarding him now. Ultimately, the Sixers' ultimate goal, of course, is to win a championship. Is Brett the guy to take them there? I don't know that. Probably not. But listen, I think Brett's going to get them to that next level, which is, a deeper run of the playoffs. Possibly conference finals. Who knows? We'll see. But a lot of things have to play into that. And I know we're going to talk about the Sixers later, so we got much more to talk about now.
And that we are, okay? But let's move on really quick to probably, I would say, the most necessary and hottest story of the day, in my opinion, okay? Rockets guard, are you ready for this? Chris Paul has already begun recruiting LeBron James to Houston. Reports tell Mark Stein.
That's a banana boat, buddy. I mean, of course. The question is...
I know, they're best friends. I love it.
They are best. He's part of the banana boat crew. Does LeBron want to play with a 33-year-old aging Chris Paul? They can be best buds all they want, but LeBron's got legacy. Speaking of the king, he's on NBA TV.
The Bionic King. People are attaching
He's on NBA TV behind us as 3D and Isaiah Thomas prep for the NBA Finals, which start tomorrow night. You know, does he want to play with Chris Paul at this stage of his career? He might not.
He might want a young guy like he had in Kyrie.
LeBron may want some younger guys. I don't know. But look, Chris Paul's going to do his thing. And again, if the Rockets figure out a way, and Morey is one of the best GMs we have in the league at figuring out cap space, okay. So your squad is going to be Harden, Chris Paul, LeBron. Who you filling that roster out with? Because you ain't got no money left. I mean, you got no money left.
Well, like we were talking about before, what if they give CP3 the max?
Right.
And what are you doing with LeBron? Where are you pulling this money from?
That is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Then, like you said, you have Clint Capella coming up.
Well, if LeBron's coming, he's not going to be
Harden's
there.
already sitting cushy on his cash.
Right. So...
Which means...
And they have that Ryan Anderson contract, which is an albatross they got to get rid of. And, And Ryan Anderson was exposed in the Western Conference Finals. Played
Who?
Played 8 minutes and got abused on defense because he's a one-way player. No, look, there are a lot of contracts they got to get rid of. And again, Morey's a genius. I think he's really smart. Oh, let me take that back. We throw that word around too much. Daryl Morey's a really good GM, really smart guy. I don't know what they're going to be able to do in terms of getting rid of guys. But hey, this offseason will be good. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Now on to the heaviest. It might not be the most necessary story of the day, but it's the heaviest.
Oh, it's
because
heavy.
I don't enjoy hearing this, but we have to report on good and bad all the time. So
this one's gonna hurt Jenna specifically. It's about one of her babes.
He's one of my favorite players. Okay, Ben Simmons is reportedly,
According to Page 6.
love my celebrity news, but he's reportedly dating Kendall Jenner. There, I said it.
Woo! How are you feeling about that, Jenna?
I'm not well. I haven't been well all
Let
day.
me tell you, I texted her, I think it was last night. Jenna, Ben's dating Kendall Jenner. All I get back is, what? Where did you hear that? I was like, Page 6, so it must be true. Like,
hey,
you were not a fan of that news when I told
let's
you.
pump the brakes a little bit, because have we not been talking about Ben Simmons needs to go back to the gym? He needs to work on his shot. He needs to
develop
focus.
a shot. Yeah.
And I'm not one to sit here and believe in the Kardashian curse, although it is a little bit scary how much it comes true. But so far, Tristan Thompson's okay.
Well, he wasn't for a while, but Ben dumped Tinashe, R&B pop singer, because she was doing Kardashian-ish.
Reportedly.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
Now he's dating a Kardashian.
Jenner.
Fine, she's Kardashian adjacent.
And
I mean, it's the same family. I mean, let's right.
But we don't know that. It hasn't been proven.
Hasn't been made official. Look, if you're gonna date any one of the Kardashian Jenners, Kendall seems like the one to date just because she brings the least amount of drama.
But then again,
Kendall brings no drama, from what I can tell.
Well, because she isn't talking. When she does, it's just it's fun. But anyway, the last thing I'll say about this topic. Kendall has dated Jordan Clarkson, Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
And look what happened there.
She loves her NBA ballers.
I mean, Blake Griffin went to the Pistons.
And Kendall was like, you know I hang out in Detroit, right? Deuces, buddy.
And Jordan Clarkson went to Cleveland.
I mean, but she dumped him way before that. So.
Dumped him way before that, but look, what I'm saying is look what happens to these guys.
Yeah,
Ben, we need you. The process needs you. I love Kendall, but
Yeah, this is a larger thing we need to talk about as it relates to the Sixers because
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on with their franchise.
Okay. You ready to talk about it?
Let's go to it.
All right, here we go. All right, guys. The Sixers have released a statement that they've opened an independent investigation into the quote-unquote serious allegations of 5 alleged burner accounts on Twitter linked to 76ers president of basketball operations, Brian Colangelo.
Mm-hmm.
I always say that.
Okay.
All I want to say is Angelo.
Colangelo. Yeah.
Brian Colangelo. And now listen to this, okay? These aren't only burner accounts, GMs, coaches that have burner accounts to check sources, things like that. Let's evaluate this a little bit. These accounts slammed Joel Embiid, former GM,
Sam Hinkie,
and they only praised Colangelo.
Yeah.
Okay, red flag to some there. But not only did these accounts do all of that,
Right.
they may have also disclosed medical info
About Joel Okafor. Yeah.
on players and the Sixers front office strategy.
Yeah.
And this is serious stuff.
Look, at worst case scenario, or best case for Colangelo, this is negligent behavior, right? Look, social media is a great tool, but when you are the president of basketball operations for an NBA franchise, you can't be putting things out there or even be linked or associated to things that have to do with releasing players' medical history or team strategy out into the interwebs. That's number one. Number two, he already admitted, and this report was done by TheRinger.com.
Yeah.
He admitted to one of the accounts being his.
But he claimed he only followed leak sources and denied all the other accounts.
Except
denied them all.
when the Ringer reporter reached out to the Sixers to get information from Colangelo and talk to them and let them know we're following up on this, those 4 other accounts he claims that he had no affiliation with all went private right away.
Yep.
So, yes, that is circumstantial evidence, but guess what? People in this country go to jail on circumstantial evidence, right? So
Exactly.
where there's smoke, there's generally fire.
Yep, exactly. Now, this is one thing that was surprising to me, seeing as one of the tweets was bashing Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid told ESPN that he talked to Brian, and he said, quote, "I talked to him, and he said that he didn't say that. He called me just to deny the story. Gotta believe him until proven otherwise. If true, though, that would be really bad."
Well, and JoJo's great. I mean,
JoJo is great.
He's awesome,
you know,
and he's
not
you're
that
right.
he's trolling.
He said,
people.
okay.
Yeah.
He told me he didn't. All I can do is accept him at his word.
Innocent until proven
Right?
guilty.
But I think we're going to find out that Colangelo, look, and again, what are the chances he's only associated with the one account, but not the other 4?
Exactly.
Right?
And they ironically go private.
All went private literally
And
immediately.
all the tweets were praising him, but slamming the former GM. I mean, there's too many. Either somebody was like, if this wasn't him, somebody was looking to connect a lot of dots.
We talked about earlier, ownership, GM, head coach need to be a tight group and on the same page. This is problematic for Philadelphia.
Especially when they're in a good spot right now.
Listen, we just talked
They got a
about
lot going for
we
them.
talked about Ben Simmons dating a Kardashian, which is going to increase his Q rating. It's going to be a huge crossover hit to girls who pay attention to Kardashian don't know anything about basketball. So great for him, but is he going to be wanting that party lifestyle too much and that sort of life versus honing my craft?
And if we see all the photos popping out of him, walking out of, I don't know,
Catch or wherever
Yeah.
in all these Beverly Hills hotspots,
Yeah.
cool. Listen,
But that's on the other side of the country, Ben.
enjoy your money and have a good time, homie. But,
Gotta stay focused.
So we have that going on.
Yep.
We got this Colangelo mess.
Yep.
And our third thing we have going on with the Sixers.
What isn't going on with the Sixers? We have, what is it, Joel Embiid,
Joel Embiid.
playing pickup ball
On the streets of Philadelphia.
on the streets of Philadelphia, bouncing balls off guys' faces, showing that, he is what he is, probably throwing the Dikembe Mutombo finger around. That's good, but that's not good for your body, your injury-prone body.
Have a great time, enjoy it, and JoJo loves to have fun.
Of course, and not to take it away from him,
All
but
it's going to take is for some person out in Philly to be like, you ain't going to punk me, JoJo, and try to go up and block him. He lands weird. JoJo falls on top of him. His ankle goes the wrong way, and now we got problems.
Yep, exactly. And then there goes your potential playoff run, your season, and you're back to square one.
And it's interesting because, we talked about this before we started recording. Philly got a little too gassed this postseason, right?
Well, who didn't gas?
Right?
them?
And listen, and we in the media are probably to blame for that, right? Like
Of course.
we were all praising them, saying how great they are. They're ahead of schedule. These guys are reading their own clippings, and it's like, hey man, the history of this league is dangerous. How many teams, young teams with superstar talent, were supposed to be the next future of the league and take them over, and it never happened? The Orlando Magic, young Penny, young Shaq, they went to one finals, got swept, never went again. The OKC Thunder, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, we're gonna take over the league. One finals, never went back, and they're all except for Russ on different teams now.
Chills. And there's still beef there. Ooh.
And look, this Sixers team hasn't even gotten to a finals yet, and they're already acting up, doing this stuff, and we got the Colangelo stuff going on. So all I'm saying in Philly is,
Philly went up just as quick as their potentially coming down, and I really hope they don't. I love the process.
Those are good young kids. We had a chance to talk to Ben and Joel this year. Good guys, like, and again, I'm not saying they shouldn't have fun. Have all the fun you want, but just be mindful of
what it looks like a little bit.
That, and your body's what you trade on. Especially Joe, like, you can't be fooling around with these people out on these streets. Like,
no, I wonder if he got a few calls after that.
Listen, if I was gonna say if I'm Colangelo, but he's got his own mess to deal with. If I'm Brett Brown, I'm like, Joe, can you not do that, please? I don't want you to get hurt, buddy. And then Ben, listen, hey, have a good time with Kendall.
Yeah, as long as
you're working on your game, I'm cool.
Exactly, which he Instagrammed today that he was in the gym, quote unquote, focused, working on his game.
Thank God.
I mean, I hope that the baby Sixers,
as we dubbed them on this podcast, love the baby Sixers,
don't have to worry us too soon.
Speaking of rookies, I have a question for you. I'm gonna flip the pages a little bit here.
My favorite.
You spent some time with Donovan Mitchell last week.
I did.
Utah Jazz rookie point guard.
Yes.
So what does that mean for the podcast?
I wish he would come on, but he's got better things to do, like carrying the Utah Jazz on his back while working on his game. He's traveling right now.
Oh, look, you seem to be very into his personal life. Any more you want to say about that, Jenna?
I'm not. You're making me laugh and blush. No, I am not into his personal life. I happen to, follow him on Instagram. He happens to cater to his fans very well.
Is he following you on Instagram? I'm just curious. I was just wondering.
I haven't checked in a hot minute. Okay. Yeah. He might have been there. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Donovan, holler at us. Give him a power. Holler at Jenna. You know how to find him.
He was on my favorite NBA players list. So, I've been a fan. But I have to say, that was my first time meeting him. We've met a lot of people in this league. Mm-hmm. Great guy.
Yeah.
Really poised. Yeah. Really nice.
Yeah.
And the old saying, you see how people really are, the way they react with others. And
right.
He was
good
just
guy. Yeah.
Outstanding all around.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, off camera, yeah. Just hanging out, really nice. Really nice to me.
Stay tuned, guys. There might be more to talk about.
I wish, but if not, go to my Instagram. @Jenna_Lemon.
Look, you finally learned. It took you 5 episodes. It took you 5 episodes to plug yourself. And of course,
I try to
follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JS Hector because, duh. That's where I'm at.
Jeez. All right, I have one last question for you now. Let me turn the tables back to where they should be, okay? Gosh, thank God Donovan Mitchell has got better things to do these days. Okay, last question. Summer, we talked about it a few times. It's coming up. We're heading to the finals, but it's going to be here before we know it.
Free agency.
This is going to be a big summer with trades, free agency. Mm-hmm. We have LeBron, CP3, Melo, Boogie Cousins. Mm-hmm. We have Paul George, all free agency. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, listen, I think there's going to be a lot of moves happening this summer. I think, as per usual,
interesting moves.
LeBron's the first domino. Everyone's going to wait to see where LeBron goes.
He's going to wait till the last minute.
That's what he does. That's what LeBron does.
Literally, in the game, too.
And a little bit of that drama on his part, but it's fine. When you're the best player in the world,
you can do that.
You carry that kind of favor. And it'll be interesting to see what he does. Does he stay in Cleveland? Does he, it's interesting. Did you see at the end of the Eastern Conference Finals when they were walking up to the podium to get their trophy, LeBron stiffed Dan Gilbert and Kobe Altman. Dan Gilbert, of course, the owner of the Cavaliers. Kobe Altman, the GM. The guys were high-fiving him walking by. LeBron's like, nah, dude. It just kept it moving. LeBron is that organization.
And he knows he's that good, so he can do that.
And he can do that. And I think, in many ways, LeBron may just be tired of Dan Gilbert and that whole scene. And like, you know what? Listen.
Should he be tired of Dan Gilbert and that whole scene?
Yeah, listen. He brought them their championship.
Exactly. What was it, 50-some years to Cleveland?
Yeah.
Come on now. He gave you what you needed. Now, if I leave, you better not pull what you pulled last time.
I don't think they will. I
don't think they will either.
I think Cavs fans are preparing themselves for for him leaving. And
I'm sorry.
We'll see.
Season 16, age 34. You don't want to go back and carry this entire Cavs team on your back again.
And so because of that, the Cavs have to think about that when they draft. I think the draft is before LeBron's free agency decision, so draft as if he's not going to be there and plan to rebuild.
I completely
if I'm the
agree.
Cavs, that's what I do.
I completely agree. You're wise today. Episode 5 was your jam.
Thank you.
It was. And you know what? Honestly, I enjoyed this one. We had so much to
talk
about. It was a good one.
Baby Sixers, the finals.
And I'm sure in the coming days we will be finding a lot more skeletons coming out of a lot more people's closets. So the hot topics will always be rolling. Let us know if you guys like good move or bad move.
Cool.
Recaps in the East and the West. And now this is when it gets really fun because we get to spend more time talking about these teams in depth.
Yeah.
It's like there's, you know.
There's just 2 teams left now.
This is it.
So by the time we get to next week's taping, we're going to be, let me see how many games into the finals. There will be at least 4 games in by then, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It might be over.
Hey. Don't worry, Cleveland. I got you. All right, let's wrap this one up for another week here, guys. Episode 5. We'll see you guys next week when we get in the midst of the NBA Finals.
Thanks, guys.
Part 4.